Hi guys, Christmas9 here, and you might have noticed that recently I have hit 300 subscribers at this point, past it a little bit, and so for my, special video, I'm going to show you guys how I actually make my thumbnails for the Splatoon stuff I do, and for more of the general stuff I do as well. I guess let's get started. So I use Adobe Photoshop for everything. So let me just open that up real quick. Come on. Alright, and what you're going to want to do is create new. So you're just going to want 1920 1080, so that's the general resolution of my videos, the 1080p quality. So that's the same what I use for my thumbnails. So we're just going to create one. So if you don't have Photoshop, a good alternative is called pixlr.com, I think. Right? Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me find it. I'm not sure if this is the right thing that I'm looking for. Okay, it is. Alright. Okay. There we go. Sure. Enable. Sure, every time. I clearly use this all the time. So let's create a new image. You're going to do the same type of thing. So I believe this is in pixels, so you're just going to have to Google 19... Actually, no, this isn't pixels, so you don't need to do anything. 1920... wait, let me think about this. Yeah, that looks right. That looks about right. Boom. There you go. You got your thing. And you can basically do everything I'm about to do using this editor right now. If you don't have Photoshop, for the most part, you can do everything here. But so let me just close that, so I'm obviously not going to use it. Let's head back to Photoshop. So first I'm going to start off with, I guess, like the main theory stuff. This was horribly planned, so you know. Nintendo Lab doesn't really work since okay, that's fine. Let's use Nintendo Labo, I guess. So first off, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need the logo, of course. So if you just do Nintendo Labo logo, I just spelled it wrong. Images, and you're gonna want a transparent one to make your life easier. Let's go with one of these. So we're actually, I think I could just do this. Drag it over. Save. So we're gonna shrink that down, and we're also gonna crop it since I don't really want the make play discover. So we're just gonna think I did this the wrong way, but it's okay. I can just inverse it. Yay, there we go. Okay, so now you have your Nintendo Labo logo. So we're just gonna put it in a corner. Sure, let's go with that. And the next thing you're going to need your font. So, if we go back to Nintendo Labo font. Sure, I guess let's start here. And so here it is. So you're going to download. And I guess this one's just a zip. And you're just going to download this. And so I already have it downloaded, and so if you double click on Mac, will open it in Font Book, asking you if you want to install the font, and just hit install, and you're done. But I already have it, so I don't really need to do it again. And so let's see. So normally what I do, normally just be like, oh, part 1 of this series. And whatever. Is this actually done? Okay, great. Oh, here's OBS. um, uh, let me just find a good image of it. Sure, let's go with that. Normally, I just take an image of it from the game, and sure, and so it'll go. It's probably not gonna assume it's done. Yep. Okay. So I just okay. Come on, Finder. Come on. There we go. So then you just find it here. I think I passed it. Drag it in. And then you just put it down here, so everything. Well, this isn't really a good image for this, but this is basically what I do. So imagine, actually, imagine if this bit wasn't. Let me. One second. Imagine if this wasn't here. I don't. This is. Okay, I don't know why it's not. Oh, yeah, I have to put it here. Okay, so basically, probably want to cover this up too. There's not much I can do about this bit here. But yeah, so that's basically what I do. And generally, depending on the game, it might be a cutscene. It could be a location from the game, like I've done with New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. And so basically what I do is I'd save it and do, so I code, it's sort of a code, like abbreviations for these games. So Nintendo Labo's NL, Splatoon 2 would be Splatoon 2 _ OM whatever. And so I'd probably just name this NL template. And that would be it. So whenever I'm done, I have to move on. You know, I change this to part 2. And change the background image, and that's basically it. So let's delete all this stuff. So we don't need it. I said we don't need it. There we go. So now let's get started with Splatoon 2. Now, this is a lot different from the rest of my thumbnails. So of course you're gonna need a Splatoon 2 font and a Splatoon 2 logo. So logo is easy enough to find, but we're gonna do the Splatoon 2 font. Okay. Come on. To go searching a little bit, it might take a little. Nope. Okay, you have to search. Do a little. I think I was just here. No, that's Project Paintball. That's a different Splatoon 2 font, or not what we're looking for. Okay, this should be it, hopefully. Maybe. Oh, okay. Okay, don't really know what to do now. Let's see if we can even find it. So, share common, nope. System dash fonts, Rapovo. Nope. Come on. I guess we're going to Reddit. Here. Hi friend. This is probably gonna be it, I'd imagine. Let me just, okay, so let me just find it here. Splatoon 2, what is it called? .otf. Here we go. So that's basically it. Yeah, okay, great, that's fine. Now we got your font, you got your Splatoon 2 logo, and because I'm lazy, I'm just going to borrow some elements from my the thumbnail I already have, template I already have, just because I'm lazy, can't be bothered. Template, okay, here we go. Oh, I think I hit the wrong button, so that's not helpful. Okay, here we go. So, alright, so let me zoom in on this a little bit. Okay, so here we have these folders for each mode, and I can just turn them on and off for when I'm doing whatever. So for most, for like Turf War, Salmon Run, PB, and Splatfest, they're generally made out of, for the most part, let me think, 6 elements, let's say. So most of these have online matches, whatever number it is, and then the name of the mode. So same case for Turf War, and whatever. Okay, but it's a little different for Ranked and League here. Ranked I have split up into specific modes. So we go to Rainmaker, it's more or less the same thing. Splat Zones, Tower Control, Clan Blitz, more or less. And basically the same thing here, except I just decided to put a thing, okay, let me get out of this. I just decided to, let's get rid of Samurai. I just decided to put that over it, a little League symbol. Anyway, that's unimportant. No, we can turn this off, and whatever. Okay, yeah, so that's basically the gist of it. So you might be wondering, how do I get these center images, however they might be. So, starting with Turf War, I just googled Turf War symbol. Turf War symbol. And there you go. Yeah, I feel like it's this one. So I'm pretty sure it's this one. I don't think you have to do any work for that one, really. Okay, so then we go to Ranked, and these require work, and so I don't Splat this. I don't know. Into Splat Zones. I don't know. Let's see. All right, so this is basically what you want, and so what you want to do, or an image like this, and because oh, there's my thumbnail. Ooh. So you're gonna want to download this. Let me just pull up. I wish I knew what that was called so I can like find it. That date added. Okay. So here we are. And what you're going to want to do is create have 3 copies of it, basically. And then, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just do this. I mean, you could easily just do this in Photoshop or Pixlr or whatever, but we're just going to do this. So, nope. Save. Say this one's going to be Splat Zones. We're going to do crop. And this one's just going to be Tower Control. And we're going to crop it. So this is actually not the method how I got these images specifically. Actually what I did, what was it? It was Splatoon 2 Nintendo Direct. So actually what I did is I downloaded this, and when it got to the part talking about Ranked, until I find it, here, using iMovie, I was able to take this image and basically do that method. So, I might do I really want to? Sure, I guess. I believe if I just put this into full screen, get rid of all the... Can you just go away? Actually, I don't think it even really matters. We can just take a screen capture manually. And now we have this little guy here. And yeah. So now I don't even really need these. So you basically want to do the same thing I just did. So I'm going to drag these in. Okay. And we just want this bit. Or no, wait a minute. So we're just going to take our cropping tool and crop out that. Then we're going to do splat zones. And then tower controls. That might need to adjust it a little bit. Do want a little room on the sides. Okay, I might have to redo this a little bit. Oh, come on, really? I love how this is being difficult for no reason. Yeah, okay, fine. Don't save. Let's see if I can just drag it back in. So we got rain. Okay, so we need spot zones. Okay, so now we have our images, and this is where the tricky part comes in. So what you need to do now is you need to edit out the background, and so I might just be able to do select subject and it'll give me boom. Okay, so I don't really need to do anything with this one, and this should be relatively easy to do alone anyway, since there's not a lot of dark colors in this anyway. Actually, let me see something. No, yeah, you shouldn't have any problem. Okay, let me do select subject again. Alright, so then we're going to do select inverse, and we're going to get rid of the background. And that's your first image. This is the easiest it's going to get. So this is where we run into a bit of a problem. As you can see, this has darker colors that are like the background we have here. So if I try to do this, certain elements don't really work out, as you can see. Or actually, this is not too bad, this part of it. But if I like try to do that, it kind of messes it up more. So what you have to do is, I'd recommend taking like red or something, and you have to make an outline of this. So that way, so you want to go around the whole image, and so just roughly, a little bit rough. This doesn't. We're gonna want to go around here, up. Okay. As you can see, that is a little bit rough, but you want to really get in there with details. So like really what you want to do, let me just get it. You want to have this at like a pixel and zoom in a lot and go, actually maybe not necessarily a pixel. You might be able to get away with doing a few more pixels. And you just want to go around here and make sure and make like an outline of it more or less. And then so that's how you end up with an image like this. And you're gonna have to do the same thing for splat zones. So I believe the way I did it, I need to look, don't even remember how I exactly did it. So what you want to do is, see, I don't even remember. Okay, so it goes all the way. Okay, I'm trying to remember what. So you're gonna want to go from here all the way up, down, kind of go like that. And again, you want to make a barrier like you did, like I was going on about Ophir. And so that's how you get these really clean images of the modes. So what I haven't done yet is Clan Blitz. So since we can't use this since it obviously wasn't revealed immediately as the game came out, so we're going to have to Google Clan Blitz. Clan Blitz. Let's see if I can find a good image. Yeah, okay. So I'd probably go with this. So really all you want is the Super Clan and the Clan. That's basically it at this point. Actually no, it's actually probably actually no, that's not good quality. We all know good quality image. See if I can find one. Let's see if I write the symbol, if anything different comes up. Nope. Still horrible. Yeah. I'd honestly... I can tell this is a YouTuber's thumbnail. But this is probably a good one you'd want to take. I don't remember specifically where I got this image from. Because... as you can see, it's in this other thumbnail, and whatever. Probably from wherever this image came from, but we want a nice quality image though. So this is relatively easy as well. We drag it up here, or not. Okay, fine. Fine, we can do that. Okay, sure. Let me just open Photoshop. Okay, so easy peasy. First of all, let's just crop out some of the background images of it. Okay. So I'd recommend taking this color and going over some of these background images of it, so you don't have to worry about it too much. Actually, probably the best way of doing it is making another layer on top, taking your pen, making it big, and going over this since we don't want it. No. And we go in the little corner. Then if we make this a combined image, there we go. Alright, and then we can just crop out the background. And there you go, you got your image. So now going to text, obviously, I mean there's not a lot to talk about. So for turf, I'm like, okay, let's do greens and stuff since that's part of the symbol. And I'm like, let's do red as the outline, I guess, to contrast from ranked, I guess, is kind of what I went for. And then, with ranked, I kind of did the opposite of that. I did reds and stuff in the middle and green on as the outline. And then for league, I kind of played against the colors of the symbol, which you can't really see that well. So let me just turn up the opacity for you. But I played off these colors to make the colors and stuff for this. So let's put that back for now. And then Salmon Run is interesting. I'm like, oh yeah, I have to do Salmon Run. So actually, I don't even think I did the center image for Salmon Run. I'm stupid. Salmon Run, golden egg. So you can't really find this image as it is. What you really want to do, you want to steal this image off the internet and make it into a shape like this, which is how I got this image. So really, it's just copying this image, rotating it, and going from there. I mean, that's basically all you have to do. And so for Salmon Run, was interesting. For the inside gradient, I played off the colors of the golden eggs themselves, and for the outline, there's really no explanation for it. I just kind of chose blue. There's an explanation. It's just that I chose blue. That's really... So, private battles, purples and stuff, white, okay, good enough. Splatfest, playing off the colors of the Splatfest and doing a black outline. Not only matches the symbol, but also, for when I was making the thumbnail, this popped out better against the background image. And what else is there? So for this image that was found off the internet, I mean, this is basically, you can find it if you just do Splatoon to Splatfest symbol. Boom, there you go. You cut out the middle and you change the colors according to the Splatfest. Boom. Easy peasy. What else? Private battles. I don't even remember where I found this image, honestly. Actually, I think I do. Splatoon 2 private battle symbol. Actually, I think I remember. Actually, it might be better if I just do private battle. I got it from one of these images. That's how I got it. Because if you look at this, see how it kind of has like coloring a little bit, like lighting. So I really just kind of wanted more of a flat without the color. As you can see, this is the original thumbnail using that. And yeah. So yeah, I believe that's about it. Oh yeah, Splatfest images. Besides this, let's make a Splatfest image. So let me just delete all of this, just because I won't use it like ever. So actually, if you wanted me to build it from the ground up, so I'll get a Splatoon 2 logo from somewhere. Let's just drag that in, put it in the corner. Okay, fine. What size font is this? That'd be good to know. 64.82. Let's copy that, just so. Alright, so we want 64.82. We're gonna do so online. It's fine if it's blue, we're going to change the colors anyway, or whatever. So we're going to do online. Matches. Number, what are we at? 178. Let's pretend I'm making that thumbnail. Okay, so I believe that next episode is going to be turf. So let's say I'm making the turf war thumbnail. So blending options. Actually, I think before we do that, what do I need? Let's finish the rest of the text first, I guess. So let's just say I'm dragging this from. Let me just turn this on. Let me steal this. Let's say I have it on my desktop somewhere. Put it in the middle. Okay. And we copy this as well. So we want it to kind of align like that a little bit. So we're going to change it to turf. And we put it war. Boom. So we're going to take this and make sure it kind of matches up in the middle a little bit. Make sure this is centered with that one. Boom. Okay. So colors. So let's start. So we're going to start with this one. So we're going to do our gradient first. Actually, before we do our gradient, we need to do one thing first. So the gradient pulls off what's in these color splotches here. So let's steal this one. And we're also going to steal again for the second one. But we're going to want a darker, I believe this is, yeah, so. You want a darker green. Let's find a good green. Let's go with that. Sure. So now if we go to blending options, gradient overlay, we go to here, we have that. Okay, easy enough. If you go to stroke, we change it to red. 15 is good, I guess. What do I even have it as a stroke on here? I'm not even sure. Gradient, no, I mean stroke. Yeah, I do have 15. Okay, interesting. So then we can just copy the layer style. So actually, let's move this down here first. To the rest of these, we're going to do paste layer style. You don't need that. Boom. Yeah, your thumbnail for the most part. Now, of course, you need the background image, which you need to get from your editor or wherever. Okay. So then, I'd probably group these into a folder if I can find. It's Command Great G. Let's say turf war. So when I need to create a turf war thumbnail, I can just have everything I need here. If I'm not, I can turn it off. And yeah, so then for ranked, really all you have to do is duplicate this folder. let's see, let's call it ranked battles. Put it below, just because. And then all you have to do is change the color of these. Actually, we're going to have to make a new folder, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's call it, I don't know, Rainmaker. Let's say Rainmaker, just for the sake of it. So for this, so for the stroke this time around, we want this green. Then for gradient, we're gonna want, actually, now it's gonna look weird for a quick second. Or not. Why didn't it change? Stroke? Huh. I don't know why it's not changing. Oh, wait, no. Oh, there we go. Alrighty then. So we're gonna steal that red. I'm gonna steal the red again. Actually, no, I don't even think I need to steal the red. We just want orange. That's basically all I want. Yeah, you basically want an orange. I'm just gonna steal the orange I have from here. So don't mind me. I'm just gonna steal that real quick. Thanks. Okay, so gradient. Oh. Oh, okay. Wait, what? What did I change it to? I don't. Okay, this is not helpful now. Okay, so then this is the. Come on. This is supposed to be red, I believe. Right, right. Gradient overlay. So we want orange to red. Copy layer style. Now as we turn turf war, since obviously the word Rainmaker would not fit here, the way I did it, I must do rain, and then below it just maker. Boom. That's, come on, I meant to hit the T. Maker. And they might have to readjust the centering on some of these, just to fit the new dimension. Sure, let's go with that. Rainmaker. So you take your Rainmaker image, just pretend I'm not stealing it from right here. And you'd bring it. Okay, so you'd bring it in. Put it in the center to the best you can to make sure it fits in between. And you got a thumbnail. And you basically do the same for spot zones, tower control, and whatever else. It's clan blitz, yep. And you just do the same sort of thing for the rest of the modes. And yeah. I guess one thing I could go over real quick. Oh, just a little. Okay, let's go to Google then. Salmon run, golden egg. Boom. Steal this from the internet. Sure, bring it in here. Wait, where where did it go? I think it went into ranked somewhere. Oh no. Let's just try it again. Try it. Boom. There we go. Why did I drag it in here even? I don't know. Okay. Now, I'm just gonna use what I have in Salmon Run as a reference, just while making less. Of course, you can change it, you know. Okay. So really, the first thing I kind of want to do, actually, let's put this on top to help me out a little bit. If you want, let's shrink it down to match this size. Might be better to go with this one. That looks about right. So then, just take that. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more of these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. You don't need 1. And okay. So we're gonna take this first one. We're gonna put it next to it. We're gonna want to rotate it a little bit. So please adjust 180. And then for this one, put it right next. Don't want it. Might have to adjust the spacing on this one a little bit. And we're going to want to rotate this one now. And we're just building up a thing. Edit. This one, rotate. You don't necessarily have to do these exact measurements for all of this. Actually, what we actually want to do for this one, we want to flip this guy. Flip horizontal? Yep. And we're just gonna do that. And then for the guy on top, I'm gonna put you up here. Rotate, and we're just gonna tilt it up. There we go. So then you convert this to a smart object, and you have one, and you have your thing. Now I don't know if it's necessarily exactly the same, but that's basically what you want to do. And if I just bring all this stuff over, we're gonna want to get rid of this, put it in. I might have goofed. Okay, Jesus. This is what I don't want. Put it in. Move all this stuff down. Put it in. Put this in the middle. And there we go. So let's do Splatfest now. So I'm going to delete all of this, because we don't really need it that much. So let's do Springfest. So Splatoon, I need to go find it and steal the image real quick. I need to, where is it? Here we go. Here it is. Now I can steal it. Actually, I don't even think I need this. So we're just gonna do open with Photoshop and just put it in there. Let me close this and don't save if we don't. Okay. So normally what I do is I'd probably open let's see, Springfest. Let's open this one just because. Probably open up the last one, steal this image, put it in, and there we go. But since this is a Springfest, I can't exactly do that. So what I did is I also stole this image where it says Springfest. And if I can find it, name. Is it in here somewhere? Because it might be. No. Springfest logo. Here we go. So there we go. So we don't need it this big. This is a little pushing it. We want to rotate it so it's relatively even. Oh, there we go. So that's about centered. So let's push it up. Wait, did I actually do it for the thumbnail? I don't think I did. I might have messed it up a little bit. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so step one, Splatfest. Right? We need to do Splatfest. Okay, this is the 23rd Splatfest. Am I right? Yes. And I want this colored like the theming. So we're gonna. So I'm gonna take this pink, and I'm gonna take this green. But before we do that, so let me make sure you can actually see it. We're gonna. There we go. I can change the size later if I need to. Gradient overlay. There we go. Now you see that in and of itself, it's a little hard to see, a little bit. So how do we, you know, make it visible, a little more visible, so you can actually read it on the channel. So I actually want to make it a little bit bigger. So we're gonna convert this to a smart object, and I'm gonna tell you why. So normally, if I wanted to make this a 3D layer, you know, go to 3D, new 3D extrusion. But what it'll do, it'll make it blue, and we don't want that. So that's why you're gonna make this a smart object. And so now if we make it 3D, it will stay with that color, and we don't have to worry about it. So we're gonna tilt it up a little bit. I'm gonna use the lighting. We want a little more dark. Let's play a lap around with that until you like it. Okay, so then, because it's a live stream, I have to put live somewhere. So we want that red. Of course. Okay, we want that centered with the image. So actually, I think the way I had okay. Made this bigger than it is now. That looks about right. So now we have our live. We can just go straight to 3D from here, since it's not a gradient. We don't have to worry about it. Let's tilt it so it has a bit of a shadow. And we're gonna go to here, and that's a thumbnail. Thumbnail done. So I believe you might not be able to do the 3D stuff in the gradients on Pixlr, unfortunately. So that's the only part of this you might not be able to do. And that about covers it. Although we want that. Okay, great. So that's Splatoon. All that stuff. So I believe that's basically covered most of it. Of course, I don't always do this stuff. I would do Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, it's a little different. And I believe, so if you're wondering how I got it transparent like this, I actually had to take the image, if I can find it somewhere. Short by they added. So I downloaded this image, and I had to let me just show you. Actually, I think I still have the image on here somewhere. Maybe I don't. Let me find it. Actually, I don't. I lied. Well, just a little bit. So, really step one to see if this is, can I just do select subject to make my life easy? Let's see. Not exactly. It doesn't cover the full image, and that's not necessarily what I want. So what you have to do is you have to, actually I think it was easier to do with this image. You want to crop it first. That's really, so what, I'm not going to get this background, since it'll make it a little harder, especially with it being covered by this over here. Excuse me. So let's crop it down right here. Push it there. Push it up. Push it to the side. There's a little more room. Okay. So let me show you what you have to do. So you have to take all of this and make sure it is in all the. I'm just going to do fast just so to save myself time, a little time. And you want to make sure every last pixel is in. So this is doing a shift with the wand tool just to capture everything. So on that, I'm going to show you how exactly I do this. As you can tell, there might be a lot of clicking going on. A little bit of a process, but not too bad. That looks about right. So normally I do the whole thing, but just for the sake of time, we have the word fest, okay? Excuse me. So then we're going to do select inverse. We don't... Did I do the right one? Inverse. Sure. I might have... Okay, I think I hit inverse twice, just messed it up. Let's try that again. There we go. So now we just have the word fest. I hit the wrong button. And that's it. That's basically it. And just the word fest floating around. But of course I do this with the whole image, and that's how you get that's how I get that transparent one. And I also do the Splatoon 2 bit, and yeah. So yeah, that is everything when it comes to thumbnails. Splatoon 2 went a little bit longer than the rest since there was a lot going on with it. And there's a lot more, I guess, complex than the others, to say the least. And yeah. Yeah, that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it gave you a little insight on how I do these thumbnails. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for 300 subscribers. That's a little cliche, I guess. But yeah. Thank you guys so much. Bye.